1 year ago, Russia's Black Sea resort of Sochi was in the global spotlight as the host of the Winter Olympics, the most expensive sporting event in history. Now Sochi's stadiums and hotels stand mostly empty. The gold and the glories are gone, leaving the city and its surroundings with a tarnished legacy. In the hills above the Mzymta River, the land bears the scars of the massive infrastructure projects undertaken for the Olympics. Construction companies mined gravel here during a 7-year building spree. Now it's an industrial waste dump. Ecologist Olga Naskovets details the damage.
The landscape here has been disfigured. This is National Park territory, which is officially under special protection. It's clear that this kind of construction work is prohibited here, but the city's slogan is anything for construction, anything for victory.
Naskovets says the Olympic transformation and what followed has caused irreparable harm to the Mzymta River, which runs through Sochi to the Black Sea.
The construction work has destroyed the forest in the river delta region. The water supplying major parts of the city has been contaminated. There's still industrial work taking place in the river because they're still mining gravel.
Along the edges of the quarries, villagers live in the shadow of Sochi's rapid growth. Huge trucks belonging to the state-owned Olympstroy construction company shake their ramshackle homes and tear up the only road to the city.
Well, you can see for yourself. Everything's broken here. Everything's falling apart.
Another villager, Alexander Koropov, has been a vocal opponent of the Olympstroy quarry for years. He believes his activism prompted local authorities to seize his house, saying it was built illegally in the protected national park. Koropov says a dozen other residents were pushed off their land at the same time.
The authorities, led by our administration and Olympstroy officials, they just double-crossed me. They have turned me into a homeless man. Well, you can see, it's not like I have hotels here. All I do is agriculture, nothing else. I'm barely surviving here.
Others in Sochi are fighting their own battles against the construction firms. Lawyer Svetlana Kavalenka is suing two companies, Olympstroy and Tunnelstroy. She represents Ukrainian migrant workers who say they have not received their pay.
There's no one left for us to take the case to. Law enforcement officials either cannot or do not want to fully investigate the case. It's impossible that they simply can't determine the amount of the back wages.
Hundreds of migrant laborers say they have not received the wages they are owed for working to build Olympic facilities. Most of Sochi's migrants have now returned home to Ukraine, Central Asia, and elsewhere. Those who remain struggle to make ends meet as they negotiate costly new visa requirements for foreign workers.
We have to pay for our housing and for our documents, and then there's nothing left. If nothing is left, then we will have to go home.
Tens of billions of dollars were spent on the 2014 Winter Olympics in Sochi. A significant portion of that bill was picked up by Russian taxpayers, but the city's residents and temporary workers bear the hidden costs of the games in unpaid wages, displacement, and environmental damage.